Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm Toby from Ingehead Berlin, and in today's video I will talk about the training/mentorship as offered by Scalp Logic. Scalp Logic is an SMP supplier located in Houston, Texas, so that's quite far away from where I live, which is why I ultimately went for the online mentorship. My thoughts, my experiences, is it worth it? How's the ongoing support? All of those questions and many more will be answered right after the intro. Okay, so here we go. I will divide this video into 5 different sections. First, my previous education, so what I already brought to the table. The first contact with Scalp Logic, the training itself, of course. The ongoing support after the finished training, and finally my own opinion. Is it worth it? Would I spend the 5K again? Did I get my money's worth? Okay, so let's talk about my education. In my previous life I was a doctor. I'm a trained surgeon, which means I was quite good with my hands when I got into SMP already. SMP wise, my training started with an on-site training in Vancouver, Canada, which was really good, by the way. I will cover that in a whole different video. So when I came back from the training, I started to work for free, and I did so for a whole year. And this is something I can only recommend everyone that gets into SMP, because in the beginning you really need just a lot of clients. You need to get in the whole thing. You need to learn to consistently do those really small and tiny impressions, and you need to do so consistently, covering the whole head. That is something you only learn if you do a lot of clients. Yeah, so when I started with the Scalp Logic training, I already did around about 25 clients, 3 to 4 sessions per client, which means roughly about 80 to 100 SMP sessions. So that's many hours behind the needle already. So over time I was not really satisfied with my results. They were quite good, but they were not what I had in mind. So I started to look for a masterclass or for an ongoing training, and I found one in Germany. So I booked it, I paid it, I went there, and I was really disappointed. It was really short for a lot of money. There was not a lot of information that was given to me, and I was just disappointed. So I kept on looking, and I found Scalp Logic, and I was right from the beginning really blown away by their results. So I thought I really have to learn this. That's when I wrote an email to Joe. So Joe wrote back to me really nicely, and I was on the phone with Nicole the next day already. We talked for something like half an hour. She really asked specific questions about my past trainings, about my technique, about what I want to get better at and what I want to get out of this training. So back then I had in mind that I would fly over to Houston and do an on-site training, as I did already in Vancouver. But Nicole really recommended this online mentorship. And I have to say I was not convinced, because an online training, in the beginning it always feels anonymous. It's $5,000 you're spending. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know what you will get out of it. And anyways, I went with it, and spoiler alert, I did not regret it. Okay, so then firstly I got access to all those videos and all the informations on the website, on their online academy. And I was really stoked about that, because I really wanted to see what Subtle P was all about, what they are doing differently than everybody else, how they get those incredible results, and what kind of needles they are using, what colors they are using, and so on and so forth. So I really did all those video lessons and text lessons in 2 days, I think. So that was crazy. So those videos and this online academy was really a nice addition to me, but the main part of this training for me personally were the many calls with Nicole and the ongoing support for each and every client I had since then. before and after each session we talked about it. She sent me pictures of what the impressions should look like after session 1, session 2, session 3. And that went so well right from the beginning, I don't even know what to say. This kind of mentorship or guidance was going on for quite some time, so several months at least. And Nicole really was always very generous with her knowledge, with passing it on. And she helped me so much that I don't even know what to say. So we'll jump into aftercare and ongoing support now. So this is something that is really crucial to every SMP training you might consider taking. There will always be those clients that you're not quite sure what to do with, or where you maybe did something that doesn't look great and you need rescue. I'm happy to report that during this training, Nicole was always there for me. Whenever a situation occurred that I didn't feel comfortable coping with on my own, whenever I needed anything from her, I just took out my phone real quickly, wrote a text, I got an answer right back, and she helped me with so many problems. And that was a feeling that really helped me to get better quicker. So even now, if any problem should ever occur, I know I can just write a text to Nicole, she will write back to me right away, and that's just a very comforting thing to have, you know. So I guess that leads to my personal opinion. Well, somehow all of this video was my opinion, but anyways, if you were thinking about getting this training and are not quite sure about an online mentorship per se, I can only recommend. My experience was so great and my results got so much better that there's nothing to say but go for it. Okay, so this was my quick review of Scalp Logic. In the end, I think it's necessary to say that I do not get paid for this video. I wasn't asked to do this video. It's just my personal thank you note. Okay, bye then.